This is the true story of a girl who endured years of abuse before she could finally speak out. Our story begins 5 years ago with a girl we'll call Faith. At the time, Faith was only 9 years old. She lived with her parents and her younger sister in a cramped apartment in a neighborhood where everyone was just trying to get by. Faith's mother was the backbone of the home. She woke up before the sun rose to prepare akara and bread, selling them by the roadside to workers heading into the city. Her father, however, was a different story. He did nothing meaningful for a living. Most days, he was either at the local bar, gambling away the money he took from his wife, and drowning his time in bottles with friends, or lounging at home. To the neighbors, the family seemed normal enough, though some still gossiped about them. Faith was a regular child. You would often see her playing in the dirt with other kids. But behind closed doors, a sinister shadow was falling over the household. Faith's dad had a terrible temper. He would flare up at every slightest provocation.
Give me the money.
He beat Faith's mother repeatedly, and neither Faith nor the sister was spared. Amidst it all, there was a darker layer to his cruelty and wickedness. Fast forward to the day Faith turned 9. The day Faith would never forget. For some reason, Faith wanted to accompany her mother to the roadside shop. She pleaded with her mother, but her mother brushed it off, assuring her that her father was in the house and that they would be fine, unaware that she was leaving her lamb with a wolf. An hour after she left, something ugly happened. Faith was called in by her father. She ran in quickly with her sister. They both thought he was calling them. When they got inside, he told the sister to go back out and continue playing. He said he only needed Faith. Her sister turned and went back outside. Faith stayed. Right after her sister stepped out, the door was shut. Faith's innocence was shattered. And in that moment, what had been a normal afternoon quietly changed. After that dark day, Faith began withdrawing from others. She would sit alone while the other children played. Her mother had received several calls from the school about the changes in her character, and she became annoyed and irritated towards Faith because of this complaint. About 2 months after that whole incident, Faith's mother decided to speak to her daughter like a mother should, instead of shouting and cursing at her. Faith told her everything, but the response wasn't a hug or a call for help. It was a slap of betrayal. Her mother refused to believe her, accusing her of lying and trying to bring shame to the family name. Whether it was out of deep-seated denial or a paralyzing fear of her husband's fist, the mother chose silence. She warned Faith never to speak of it again. For the next 5 years, the house became a prison. The abuse became routine. Faith never spoke about it again. She retreated into a shell of silence, but she began doing something else. She started writing. By the age of 14, Faith had filled a secret diary. She documented every encounter, every date, and every horror, creating a paper trail of the trauma she was forced to endure. Then, one day, Faith accidentally left her diary at school. It was found by her classmate named Joy. She was shocked by the first 2 lines that caught her eyes. Joy didn't use the information for gossip. Instead, she took the diary to the teacher. Faith was invited by the teacher. Her mother's warnings were still ringing in her ears. With the help of the teacher, An NGO specializing in sexual violence was invited. They stepped in immediately, involving the police and providing Faith with the support she needed. The father was finally arrested. Even then, the betrayal wasn't over. Faith's mother stood firmly by her husband, accusing her own daughter of dragging the family's credibility through the mud. Today, Faith lives in the shelter run by the NGO, the first place she has ever truly been safe. The case is still ongoing with the Nigerian police. In a frustrating turn of events, the father was recently released on bail and is currently walking freely. But for the first time in 5 years, Faith is no longer carrying the secret alone. Her voice is finally being heard. Sometimes Faith is still found sitting alone. Yes, she survived it. But survival isn't the same as healing. And healing is definitely not a race. If you could speak to Faith today, what would you say to her?